So KZ Castor Pro versus Tangzu Wan'er, and this is the kind of question that I've been getting frequently from a lot of people. And I think why people are asking this is because you have Tangzu Wan'er at a price of 1690 for the non-mic variant, and you get KZ Castor Pro at a price of 1590 for the non-mic variant that comes with the base version. So very similar pricing. So first of all, detailed unboxing and in-depth reviews of both these IEMs will be linked in the description. And also I want to say that just because the KZ Castor Pro is already there, so you need not go with the original KZ Castor. I have a comparison video of both these IEMs link in the description, so you can also go and have a check at that. So first of all, when you look at the design and build quality, so overall the KZ Castor Pro feels very premium, and it also feels very futuristic just because of that overall look and feel of these IEMs. It has a zinc alloy faceplate and the rest of the part is a resin, and overall anyone who would be looking at these IEMs, you would be paying attention to that small tiny hole that is there on the faceplate and also all that tuning switches. So it gives you a feeling that it has a lot of features and controls. So overall the look and feel of these IEMs is much better. On the other hand, if you're looking at the Tangzu Wan'er, so these IEMs like look very normal overall, like it gives it has a like resin finish and nothing feels like really out of the box. So overall a very general finish with the Tangzu Wan'er. The next thing is the cable. So first of all, you have a very impressive cable quality with the Tangzu Wan'er. You see this kind of a cable, it looks very premium, it looks very expensive, and also looks really of a very good quality. So I'm happy with the cable. On the opposite side, like if you're looking at the cable from the KZ Castor, I mean every KZ earphone nowadays is coming with this kind of a pale brown cable. So overall I would not say anything about the sturdiness of the cable. It feels very sturdy, but the look, feel and finish of this cable is really, I mean, not as per my expectations. Okay, now talking about the comfort and feel of these IEMs when you are wearing them. So first of all, KZ Castor Pro has a slightly bigger housing and it has some amount of weight to it. On the other hand, Tangzu Wan'er are very lightweight and they have a compact design. But the best part was that even though the KZ Castor Pro have a bigger housing and has a design that has some weight to it, but still they don't feel heavy onto the ears just because the fitting is so nice. So overall both these IEMs have very good comfort and very good fitting. But the thing is that the KZ Castor Pro has a slightly more width, so they will be protruding slightly out of the ears. On the other hand, the Tangzu Wan'er will be flushing up completely with the surface of the ear. So this is something that you need to know. Now talking about the technical specifications, so Tangzu Wan'er has a sensitivity of around 107 while you have a sensitivity of around 103 on the KZ Castor Pro, and the impedance values on the Tangzu Wan'er is around 20 while on the KZ Castor Pro is 16, between 16 to 22. So very similar impedance and sensitivity values. But when it comes to driver, so KZ Castor Pro has a 10 plus 10 millimeter driver combination. So they have two dynamic drivers. Maybe one driver is responsible for handling bass frequencies and the other one for mids and highs, mids and low frequencies. On the other hand, when it comes to the Tangzu Wan'er, so they just have a 10 millimeter dynamic driver inside. On paper it might feel that the KZ Castor Pro is more advanced, but the thing here is that on the Tangzu Wan'er you have a 10 millimeter dynamic driver that comes with dual cavities inside, and also they have a PET diaphragm. So this is a kind of driver that is, you know, you will usually see in a slightly advanced or expensive IEM. So it would be very interesting to see how both of these compare to each other. So first of all, I would like to compare both these IEMs based on the frequency response. I'll not go too deep into the switches combination on the KZ Castor Pro because I think that is something you can do yourself and you can create plenty of switch combination as you want. But keeping all those switches down will give you what is the exact nature of the drivers that you have on the KZ Castor Pro, and we will compare it straight away with the Tangzu Wan'er. So first of all, if you look at this particular graph, so the gray line here is the Harman target curve and the green line here is the curve from the KZ Castor Pro. So first of all, you will notice that the curve on the KZ Castor Pro starts somewhere around 65, but the same curve, if you will watch on the Tangzu Wan'er, it's starting at a level above 65, which means that originally the Tangzu Wan'er is going to give you much better kick as compared to the KZ Castor. But as you are moving slightly forward in the curve, you will notice that the KZ Castor Pro has like all that bass and all is slightly above the Harman target curve, which simply means that the bass frequencies on the Castor Pro will be like more prominent and it's going to stay there for a long period of time. So but on the other hand, when you're looking at the Tangzu Wan'er, you will notice that that curve is going very much parallel to the Harman target curve. So and also that curve, when you go more forward, it's blending up very nicely with the lows and mids. On the other hand, when you're looking at the curve from the KZ Castor, so the low and mids, that is the frequency is around 300 to 500, the bass is dropping up too fast as compared to the Tangzu Wan'er. Now what this simply means that, like if you're listening to any song, let's say, and it has a lot of bass frequencies at the beginning, and suddenly when the vocals will kick in, so the bass and vocals will not have a good connection between them. So, and also like I was like testing plenty of songs, so I thought that I felt that the way the vocal frequencies kick in, like it's very much noticeable on the KZ Castor Pro. You will notice that something has happened, and the way these IEMs are responding, that is something very deep I'm mentioning right now at this moment. But on the other hand, if you look at the Tangzu Wan'er, so even though the bass frequencies are like going on and some vocal frequencies are kicked in, so they will blend up very nicely in that 3 to 500 range, and also after that. So that's something I noticed. That's kind of a key difference you can see between both these IEMs. On the other hand, if you are talking about the high frequencies, especially frequencies around 8000 kilohertz range, so on the KZ Castor Pro, those frequencies are not much more prominent. But on the other hand, on the Tangzu Wan'er, especially that 8 kilohertz frequency range, which covers instruments like violin, maybe some guitars or some high pitched sounds, maybe a whistle, or maybe sounds like these, or maybe some babies crying, all those kind of sounds will be very much prominent. So you can see that all that good low frequencies blending up very nicely with some mids and all, and also like all that sparkles in the 8000 kilohertz frequency range will be heard very much nicely. So that is the reason like a lot of people like Tangzu Wan'er, and that's the reason they are so popular. Also, I noticed that 10% driver combination, it feels like more amount of horsepower that is packed in a single unit, rather than when you talk about the Tangzu Wan'er, it's not that amount of horsepower, but that dual cavities and the refinement in bass on the Tangzu Wan'er is much more better. On the other hand, when it comes to gaming, I would say the overall surround sound experience from the Tangzu Wan'er is much better. Like if you are listening to KZ Castor, it's like, yeah, it's a normal bass and all, everything. The bass is heard right here, but when it comes to Tangzu Wan'er, it's not heard here, it's heard here. The bass starts kicking in from this side, the vocals are right in the center. And when you talk about the imaging and sound states, it's very precise. Playing games like BGMI and all, you will be able to target your opponent very precisely because of that good imaging they have, the kind of stereo and all that is going on, and it feels that they produce more sound. It's very much rich as compared to the KZ Castor Pro. So that's kind of a somewhat difference. That can be a major difference for a lot of people, especially who are gaming. So I would say that if you talk about me personally, I will prefer Tangzu Wan'er as compared to the KZ Castor Pro. But just in case you think that, yeah, the IEMs look very futuristic, they have a well-built good design and all, you can go with the KZ Castor Pro as well. It's not a bad choice. So anyway, that was all about it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and here is the audio comparison between both these IEMs, and I hope you will enjoy. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.